right, hi you guys. Are you ready for my exciting book? This book is called The Book Report from the Black Lagoon. Does he look excited to do his book report?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think it's going to be about?
I've already read this. Book report from the Black Lagoon.
So you think it's going to be good or bad? What do you think? Bad, but yeah. We'll see, huh? All right. Chapter 1, Read My Lips. Mrs. Green wants us to write a book report in 2 weeks on a real book. Not a picture book, not a comic book, but a real book with chapters. I asked her if I could write a movie report or a video game report. She said no. Have you ever done a book report before?
Yeah.
You have?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, that's good. He doesn't seem very excited, does he? I'm a slow reader. It takes me 3 minutes to read a stop sign. I'll never do it. I'm doomed. Should it take that long to read a stop sign? 3
No.
minutes? Probably not, right? Chapter 2, Sleeping on the Job. Mrs. Green marches us to the library to pick out our books. Mrs. Beamster is there to help us. I don't think she can help me. I'm beyond help. What are you interested in, Hubie? I'm interested in not writing a book report. What subjects do you like? There are books on just about everything. Baseball, football, auto racing, history, mystery, and even spies. I'm interested in sleeping. What are your favorite things to read? I like to read about animals. What do you guys like to read about?
Animals.
Animals? Animals? Oh, awesome. Mrs. Beamster smiles. She goes to the shelf and brings back Rip Van Winkle. It's about a guy who falls asleep for 20 years. He should get a new alarm clock. Next, she brings me Sleeping Beauty, about a princess who falls asleep for 100 years until a prince comes along and kisses her on the lips. Ew. Talk about morning breath. After going through shelves of books, I finally pick up Robin Hood. Mr. Beamster says it's exciting and even has a few pictures. I like pictures. Have you guys heard of Robin Hood?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I watched the movie.
Oh, you watched the movie? No? Oh, you'll find out what it's about. Chapter 3, Book Talk. On the bus, all the kids are talking about their book reports. Boring. Eric says he's going to do the phone book. He must be kidding. I've already got his phone number. Freddie has a cookbook. That's a recipe for disaster. Doris chose a book about ballet. That will keep her on her toes. Randy's got a book all about planes. Far out. Derek's reading a thesaurus. Is that about dinosaurs? You guys heard of the word thesaurus? No? It's kind of a weird word. Any guesses what it might be? What it means? What do you think?
Dinosaurs.
Do you think it's about dinosaurs too? It's actually a book with words that kind of mean the same thing, like dog and puppy. You know that they're kind of the same, so it's a book full of words just like that. So not about dinosaurs, but that was a good guess. What's your book, Hubie? Asks everyone. I take out my book. It's big, it's heavy, it's full of words. I put it back in my book bag. Hey, says Eric, I saw the movie. It's about a guy in green pajamas who lives in the forest and shoots arrows. Is that it? I ask. That's it, says Eric. I wonder why it took the author that long to write that many words. Chapter 4, The Wrong Foot. When I get home, I go straight to my room and close the door. No milk, no cookies, no video games. Does that sound very fun? Yeah, that sounds kind of boring, right? I open my book. In front it says, Table of Contents. What do you think the table of contents might be? If it's in the very front of the book, what do you think?
The chapters and the story.
Oh, is that what you were going to say too?
We all knew.
Oh, you all knew that? You guys are so smart because this book has one too. Right in the beginning, it shows all the chapters. Look at you guys. There are lots of chapters and 238 pages. If I read a page every 20 minutes, that's 4,760 minutes. 60 minutes into 4,760 is more than 79 hours. Do you know how many days that is? That's more than 2 days straight worth of reading. That's a lot of reading. I'll be an old man when I finish this book. Maybe I do need a chocolate chip cookie. Chapter 5, not a cookie, or a cookie, not a bookie. Could I have another cookie, Mom? Hubie, you've already had 12. You're going to ruin your appetite. Just one more, Mom. Is something bothering you? I have to read a book. So, a big book. So, a book with 50,400 words. How do you know how many words are in the book? I counted them. Hubie, a book is not a math problem. A book is an adventure. The longer, the better. When you're reading a good book, you don't want it to end. Could I have another cookie, Mom? That's probably what I would ask, too. Yeah. Chapter 6, Once Around the Block. I go back to my room. I pick up the book. Heavy. Maybe I should clean up my room before I start. It would be easier to read in a neat room. So I straighten my room. Hubie, it's time for dinner. Saved by the smell. After dinner, I help Mom wash the dishes. I take out the trash. I take out my dog for a walk. I start to vacuum the rug. What's he doing besides reading? A whole bunch of other stuff, right?
He's trying to not read.
He's trying to not read. He's trying to get out of reading. Hubie, you're acting very strange. Are you sick? Mom feels my forehead. You are a little hot. What's wrong? You've heard of writer's block. Well, I have reader's block. Hubie, maybe you should take a hot shower, put on your pajamas, and go to sleep.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Chapter 7, Climbing Mount Everest. That night, I have a bookmare. I'm standing in front of a giant mountain, a mountain of words. I start to slowly climb. Suddenly, there's a rumbling, and the whole mountain shakes. It's an avalanche. I'm buried in words. I wake up under my pillow. I run to Mom's room. Luckily, she's up reading. What's wrong, Hubie? I can't sleep. Well, get back in bed. I'll make you some hot chocolate and come in and read to you. Would you like when people read to you?
Yes.
No, you're shaking your head. Oh man, yes, I like it. Chapter 8, A Straight Arrow. Mom reads to me from my book, Robin Hood. The first chapter tells how Robin Hood becomes an outlaw. He's betrayed by an evil king. Oh, have you heard of the word betrayed? You have?
Yes.
Yeah.
It means it means to when you're on somebody's side, then you go to the other side.
Oh, exactly. You guys are so smart. So it's not a good word, right? No, it is not good. I want to stay up and see what happens, but my eyes slowly close. When I wake up, my book is on the nightstand, and Mom has put a beautiful green bookmark in it. I open to that page and start reading. Hubie, it's time for breakfast. You're going to be late for school. Oh, Mom, can't I just finish this chapter? I get dressed in record time and run to the bus stop. I read while I'm waiting for the bus. It comes much too soon. I keep reading and almost trip while getting on the bus. I sit down next to Eric. Hey, Hubie, I heard a really funny joke. Later. I'm reading. And so it goes. Hubie, it's time for dinner. I'm reading, Mom. Hubie, your favorite TV show is on. I'm reading, Mom. Hubie, it's time to go to sleep. I'm reading, Mom. I become Mr. I'm reading, Mom. But things are working out for Robin Hood. Chapter 11, The Finish Line. I finished the book and wrote my report. It was long, it was good. I got an A+. My first one. Maybe I'll be a writer one day, if I can find the time between reading books. I'll be busy because there are a million good books to read. And that's the end. So, how does Hubie's attitude about reading change from the beginning to the end? What do you think?
Well, his mom reads the book to him. He starts reading it
he starts liking it, exactly. So he didn't like it in the beginning, right? But by the end, he loved it and loved to read other books. So, you guys, you have to guess. Do you think he's going to keep reading books or go back to like playing his video games instead?
Keep reading books.
Keep reading books? Oh, awesome. Well, thanks for listening, you guys.